Okay, listen. So, was anybody here when the day that Trump got indicted and we were looking at all of the new conservative cringe that was out and about? They're in minute by minute reaction that was going on. I was there. I was there. Okay. So like on that day, about 2 days ago now, DePantis decided to release this like little statement that got like conservatives all fired up because they thought it meant something. But I want to talk about it really quick because it's really funny. He wrote this since Trump was in Mar-a-Lago and he's spending a lot of time in Florida at the moment. The DePantis decided he could take like this little opportunity to be able to kill two birds with one stone. Not literally not do anything, which is what conservatives love to do instead of doing their jobs. And also look like you're strong and important. So he wrote, the weaponization of the legal system to advance a political agenda turns rule of law on its head. The laws are all topsy-turvy. Rich people commit them and then they go to jail. That's not what America's about. This is un-American. The Soros-backed Manhattan district attorney has consistently bent the law down to downgrade felonies and excuse criminal misconduct. Yet now he is stretching the law to target a political opponent. Florida will not assist any extradition requests given the questionable circumstances at issue with the Soros-backed Manhattan prosecutor and his political agenda. Yeah, they just like to say Soros because he's like the spooky Jewish rich billionaire guy who they believe is like behind everything wrong with the world. He's the globalist boy. Yeah, unlike Ron DeSantis, who's never had a political agenda. That's why he put a guy who said that tap water can turn you gay in charge of managing Disney's property on like a state level, which it's pretty curious, pretty interesting. Anyways, with that being said, I thought this is really funny because here's something that some people don't know. When it comes to conservatives, a lot of them, there's two types of places that I feel like are very funny. Okay, and they're both like around, and they're both about conservatives. It's like a conservative group that bases themselves on like Christianity, and a conservative group that bases themselves on like the Constitution. And what you'll find is that both of these groups are like really, really into the pieces of paper that they claim they spend their entire lives upholding. But then you get like 3 questions into talking to them and you realize that none of them there have actually read any of it. It's funny, but here's the thing. Ron DeSantis can't not get in the way of an extradition of like Trump from Florida to New York. Literally Article 4 of it's really not that far down. Article 4 in the Constitution says that you must not get in the way of like the police taking you from one state that you're in to another state that you were in if you committed a crime there. It's like, I'm not sure if like conservatives think that each and every state is like its own like mini country or something. Do they think it's like the sea bears in SpongeBob? You like can draw a circle around you, and then if you're like on like a tri-state area and you pull out a gun and you shoot somebody in the head, you can like whoop hop over the other line, and then the cops are like, ah man, what they're like miming the the barrier between the one state and the other. Like they're like banging out. They're like, come back, doon doon doon, come back here, doon 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 doon. You're like, what can I say? You can't get me. Look, you can't get me. And then you can shoot somebody in that state, then jump to the other side, and then do it again, and now you're safe. Like it's not like a red light, green light, brother. It's not like a no takesies backsies type thing. If you commit a crime, you go to jail. Article 4 of the Constitution says you have to be extradited from one state to another. So this means nothing. He cannot personally like hunt down Donald Trump and send him to New York, but he can't stop that from happening. It's not possible. He'll be in very clear direct violation of the literal Constitution, but that's not really surprising, is it? But I thought it was kind of funny. Anyways, something I thought that was even more funny is like what some people have been doing in response to this. If to build a wall that vaporizes cops. Yeah, it's like anybody ever play Portal 2? It's like those barriers right before you go to like the elevator, where if you try and bring an object through, it just gets disintegrated. That's what happens to cops if they try to chase you across state lines. If you commit a crime in one state, it's the anti-cop barrier. It's crazy. Yeah, it's the Fortnite storm, but for cops. They can stay out there for a little bit, but they can't. They're like constantly losing health. They take tick damage while they're there. It's very sad. And it grows the longer you stay out there. So, you know, you can't be out there forever. Anyways, did you see this? You see this?
Cry, bitch, baby! Cry, bitch! Cry
harder! You should all be in jail for illegal sex trafficking.
He's sucking on his thumb.
Yeah, that's it. Take my picture and make me. Yeah, that's all you're gonna report is me lying down sucking my thumb. And then you're gonna report that Fox News reporters like to suck their thumbs like little babies. Are you actually from Fox News?
Yeah, very astute question. Very astute question. Who is that? That person right there. That's the kid that always raised his hand in 3rd grade. Hey, are you guys? I'm starting to get the idea that this guy may not actually be a reporter for Fox News. I'm starting to get the suspicion that we may be getting duped. We may have been had. They're trying to pull a little bamboozle on us. I think this is a wacky guy. I think this is a silly boy. I think this may even be a rambunctious buddy. We may be getting schmeckledorfed. Something's going on. Are you really from Fox News?
Are you actually from Fox News? I just got fired. I just had reporters from Fox News come over and tell me I don't work at Fox News.
He's pissing himself. He's shitting and pissing. Bamboozled. What an interesting feller. He really do be a very interesting feller. Apparently this is the Walter Matterson. I actually don't know this guy, but he's a goofball. Apparently. Is this guy, he's like light side Alex Stein. He's a goofy fella. Yeah, basically. Okay.
This meme is very real.
He's a big goober. Alex Stein, but an actual comedian. I mean, remarkable, isn't it? It's a bit on the nose. It's also this is like big late night talk show humor. I will say this is big like Gen X old millennial late night talk show humor. This goes crazy. I must say this goes crazy. They're slapping their knees right now, okay? It's a real knee slapper. No. How could you say that? How could you say that? Me going to my millennial comedy meetup. Is it going to be creepy or wet? They said what? I said, will it be creepy or wet? I walk in. He said it's neither. I walk in. It's wet. It's a bitch is actually creepy and wet. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.